Hi, Jason. This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. Thanks for signing up to the pro level service at TrendLizard.com. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Amazon as per your request with the email you sent me. We're going to start from the beginning. Amazon was incepted back in 1997, had a nice sharp up leg, and then retraced a large portion of that. This looks like a first and second wave. Off of that 2001 low, Amazon has been in a very large third wave advance that is not yet complete. It looks like a first, a second, a third, a fourth wave, and currently in the fifth wave of that third wave advance. If we dive in a little bit closer and look at the action that's happened in this third wave, we see a first wave here that's lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years or so, this first wave here. Large second wave pullback, and then you have a massive third wave of a third, so black wave 3 within the larger third wave red that lasted about 10 years. So you have a 6-year up move and then a 10-year up move. Then you have that fourth wave pullback, and now you have the start of that fifth wave advance, which has lasted so far about a year and a half, somewhere in that ballpark. Again, we're talking about 6 years, 10 years. Seems like we have more work to do before this fifth wave advance completes. So that is what we're looking for. We are bullish on Amazon. It looks to be in a very large uptrend, currently in the fifth wave of a larger third wave advance, and that fifth wave is projected to get much larger before it's over. So let's go ahead and just zoom in a little bit more on this trendy up leg off of the 2001 low. This looks at a little more detail of that 5-wave advance that we're currently in, that larger third wave move, red. So that's what we're looking at, and again, it just shows the finer detail and shows you why we've labeled it as we have, and why we think that this larger fourth wave completed and has kicked off a larger fifth wave advance. So let's go ahead and drive in a little bit closer here. We're going to look at just this more proximate action that's happened over the last few years here. This shows that fourth wave correction that completed in March 2020. So many things completed at the March 2020 low. And then you look at the beautiful action that's happened off of that 2020 low. It's been slower lately, but in terms of an actual price pattern, it's pretty beautiful ordeal here. You can see the nice 5-wave advance for wave 1, and then this total choppy mess, this sideways action that's played off for about a year now, which is not too standard for Amazon. But the good news is it's very clear that this is trendy upside action, and that this is counter trend downside action that's played out over the last 18 or so months. And it keeps Amazon pointed higher, and it gives us a very good reason to remain bullish just based on this price action. Now, the only question that we really need to answer is this second wave correction over, or is it going to get larger before it's complete and before the uptrend resumes? Now, so far it has not retraced a Fibonacci portion of this up leg, but a lot of things in the current market environment are failing to reach the yellow Fibonacci support area. I'm not sure what that's a function of, but things just don't want to pull back to the fullest extent. So I don't think that can be used as an excuse to think that this pullback is not yet over. So let's go ahead and zoom in and look at the two different ways that we can find to label this price action that is basically traded sideways for the last year. The first possibility is that wave 2 completed, ended in August, and has given way to the resumption of the uptrend. This sharp up leg that's happened off of August low looks pretty potential full, so that's a possibility. Basically, we'd have a large A wave down here, a B wave up here, and then a fairly small but trendy C wave down to complete the move again into August low. That's one possibility. The other possibility would be that it's not quite there yet, that we had the A wave down. All of this price action since then is one big B wave, and then we're still due for a C wave down before this large counter trend move completes. Now, we're not going to be able to tell for certain which one is correct, but we can use the clues that price gives us to get a better understanding of what's more likely. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and just zoom in on this very near-term up leg off of August low. Now, if we look at that up leg there, what we see is a relatively small but still very clearly trendy-looking up leg to the upside. That, to me, looks like a good sign. This increases the likelihood to me that pullback completed, that again, that very large second wave pullback that's basically played out for the last year could have completed, because we're getting trendy upside action off of August low, as we showed zooming in here. So I think you need to be bullish on Amazon here. I think there's a possibility that we find that a larger pullback plays out, but I think the odds are in favor that second wave pullback has completed based on this trendy upside action. And the good news is, if you don't own it already, this creates a good setup for you to enter a trade if you haven't already. So we've seen a little bit of weakness this week. It looks like it could be the start of a correction of this 5-wave advance, which opens up the possibility for a larger near-term pullback, potentially something into this yellow area here, which resides from about 33.15 up to about 34.10 or so. Overall, the most important thing is that Amazon stay above 3,300. If it moves below that level at any time, we would have to think that that second wave correction is not yet complete. We'd have to expect a larger move. If we see a move below 3,300, we'd have to expect a larger second wave pullback. As long as Amazon stays above that level, you could use any larger near-term pullback here as an opportunity to enter a trade as it begins to turn back up in anticipation of higher prices as it takes up, as the resumption of the uptrend really takes hold. So I think that's how you play it. We're bullish on it. I'm bullish on it. I own it personally. As long as it's trading above 3,300, I want to own this guy with the hope that, again, that larger choppy second wave pullback has ended and that the uptrend is resuming to the upside. So I think it's bullish. I think it's a buy. We'll be bullish immediately from here as long as it's above 3,300. A move below there just means a larger counter trend pullback, but overall it would still remain bullish. So I hope that is helpful, Jason. Have a wonderful weekend. Anybody who is not yet a member, please come visit us at TrendLizard.com. This stuff works. Have a great weekend, y'all. Talk to you soon.